Hey yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Louis Scythe here. Welcome to the show, Dangerous Bastardized Philosophy from a Disillusioned Cosby Kid. Now, I know you read the headline, and let me just say off the bat, I'm not doing this for ulterior motives. I just find it incredibly fascinating, the debates that one Vaush has been getting into lately, and I just like to stick my 2 cents in because I'm not seeing my perspective articulated, and I just, well, if anyone's going to do it, it has to be me. Now, Vaush has been talking recently with Destiny about the socialists who practice capitalism and what's the moral ethos around that. He's gotten into another debate with Perspective Philosophy about veganism and why socialists should be vegans, skirting the morality issue again. And then just recently, I saw him talk to a conservative. I forgot the gentleman's name. And why are trans women women? You know, the usual, the same trifecta as always. And nobody really addressed what Vaush was doing and why. He was getting the reputation of being a liar, of being a postmodernist, of being a moral nihilist and stuff. And like, well, yeah, he is. He's all of those things, and I'd just like to explain to you, from my perspective, how he gets away with it. And let's do it with the trans issue. Let's talk about trans issues from a very deep perspective. Like, now, if you're going to debate Vaush, you have to understand that his job is to destroy your logistical precepts. His job is to add so many axiom changes to your logic that you don't know which end is up anymore. He will tell you that, well, a woman is anyone who says she's a woman, and why isn't it true? Because you know what? What are the fundamental traits of being a woman? That you have to attract men? What about women who aren't that attractive? That you have to be able to have children? What about menopause? What about Klinefelters? He will add so much phenomenal skepticism and paradigm shifts to your logical precepts that it becomes useless, in which case he gets to coast on a postmodernist blank slate. And that's where he thrives, because he fills that blank slate with a bunch of utopian rhetoric and a bunch of concern trolling. That's what I've seen so far. Like, pretty much, if I were to put it into a formula, I would say that you go in front of Vaush and you say A plus B times X equals C, and Vaush will say, well, A, B, C, X, they're all variables, so do you even have an equation here? It's like he's denying the algebra because the letters are variable, because the axioms are variable. And it's a very, very it's a formative tactic. It is a very formative tactic, because I've seen a lot of people come in, they understood the world, and then when they finish talking to Vaush, they don't even know their last name anymore. Me personally, I address my preferences as they are my preferences, but I do like the social contract that is attached to being born with a phallic appendage. I do like to be attracted to a woman who has these social contracts attached to her genitals. I'm an inseminator, and I like gestators, not imaginators, as cruel as that sounds. And now we get to the actual point. What is Vaush doing, and why is he doing it? Well, it's quite simple. Vaush has turned the debate into this Nietzschean test of wills, this tug of war. And he has his ways of attacking the situation. And the most important reason why he's doing it is that he's doing it to promote an egalitarian society. See, Vaush, along with other transgendered individuals, they want you to drop the precept of trans. They want all women to be women, because that is egalitarianism. That is Marxist egalitarianism in a nutshell. They want you to stop favoring female-born bodies over male-born bodies. That's just it. Now that you recognize that all debates with Vaush is pretty much a tug of war between someone who's trying to preach logic versus someone who has his own postmodern edicts, what is it? What's the end goal? They want you to submit to egalitarianism. That's it. And he's willing to say anything and do anything to get you there. He'll use performative cruelty, performative kindness, performative confusion. He recites his pre-approved speeches very well. He's very erudite, and his delivery is phenomenal. So you're dealing with a very astute rhetorician. Now, I don't plan on dropping the precept of trans, the prefix of trans. I don't, because I believe that a trans woman has their own struggles, and that there are men out there who will be attracted to a trans woman's struggles. I like cis women, so I'm going to keep reminding myself that this is a real woman, that is a trans woman, and for the most part, I am not going to be an asshole about it. This is me personally. I mean, in all likelihood, like, there was a lot of trans women in the early MRA movements, and they got along fine with the men's rights advocates and the MGTOWs and whatever, but ultimately I'm an inseminator and I want a gestator. Now, the trans community, Vaush and his allies, Vaush and his comrades, they want you to surrender. They want the power to make you surrender. And power is a funny game, because power is the ability to make someone capitulate to your will despite their own intentions, despite their own wills. And in this quest for power, they have one weapon and I have two. The only thing I could do to stop the trans community from forcing me to recognize them as real women is, one, benign neglect, and two, benign neglect and freedom of association. That's my only two weapons. But the trans community has a more powerful weapon, one single solitary weapon, and it's called cancel culture. Cancel culture is the panopticon of watching your adversaries 24/7 on social media, and the sword of Damocles hanging over their heads to destroy their livelihoods and their ability to function properly in society. Cancel culture is what they keep dropping on J.K. Rowling. That's pretty much it. If you could duck cancel culture, feel free to stop keep addressing trans women as trans women, but they do want you to submit, they do want you to surrender. And that's kind of sad. That's kind of sad. I want to bring something to your attention. Recently, there's been a lot of rap artists, black male rap artists and celebrities who have been found to be trans attracted. And I like that term, trans attracted, because it's antiseptic, it's clean. There's no controversy to it. We've had artists like R&B singer Bobby Valentino, rappers Tyga, rappers Black Child, rappers DaBaby, basketball players Dwight Howard, big 6-foot dude, actors Malik Yoba. You probably don't know any of these people because you're not black, but they have been caught being trans attracted. And if push comes to shove, and the trans community still keeps trying to force people to address them as real women, I think they're delaying the evolution of their struggle, because I'm pretty sure, sociologically speaking, if trans women and trans men live their truth, there will be more trans relationships in the United States in the next couple of years. Because, someone could say that the price of pussy has been going down, but the price of female companionship has been going up, and way up. I think game theory being what it is, I think a lot of men, possibly black men who have a history of violence towards the trans community, I think it's possible that there could be more trans relationships coming on in the next couple of years, but you have to live your truth. You have to bring trans attractiveness out of the closets. You have to live your struggle, because I'm pretty sure that these men are attracted to your struggle as a trans human being. They have they fetishize you. And for the trans community by and large to try and push this notion of respect me as a real woman or I will destroy your life, I think that hinders that. And I think that's pretty much where I'm going to leave it when it comes to Vaush and the trans community. All the performative cruelty, all the performative confusion, all the performative, the charm and the rhetoric and the gish galloping, the obfuscating, the deflections and the whataboutisms in the world isn't going to change the fact that a man is an adult male and a woman is an adult female. Okay, that's all I have to say. It's your boy Louis Saifir signing out.